She is PhD also. She is a researcher and did the several projects focusing specifically on the holistic approach towards the ecology and sustainable development. As far as we see her profile, she is the holistic researcher in the field of ecology and sustainable development. She is consulting to the various organizations like BIF Development Research Foundation, specifically in the area of sustainable development for the rural poor. Her work is specifically in the field of rural development. She is interdisciplinary faculty member to the Indian Institute of Information Technology and other leading national organizations in the field of decentralized governance and quality of education. She worked more than 2 decades in the field of ecology, natural conservation, and interdisciplinary research in the various capacities. Uh, we are happy to welcome you, Medini ma'am,
Thank you, sir.
and thank you for accepting our invitation to deliver your expertise with our CSO members. Heartily welcome to all the CSO members and over to you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And namaste to all. I'm so happy you are having me for this session. And this is a very good subject and which is very close to my heart because I'm a nature lover and I'm really in love with nature and sustainable ways of life, and hence I'm pursuing my career as a holistic approach researcher. So when I was discussing with sir, he said that you are all actively involved in these subjects. So I'm happy to give this presentation in front of you all. So the basic concept of this presentation is in this first slide, that what I am going to present here. This is an index. So we will see how climate change impacts the farming, as we all know. And in our experience, we have found that the way out is organic and sustainable farming. In the way we can face the climate change. And then we are going to see naturally sustainable agriculture, how the whole family members of naturally sustainable agriculture people are helping them, and how they are positively responding to the impact of climate change. And then we will discuss the organic farming benefits, the perspective, value added products, and group mission. And then, as sir and myself were discussing, there are several success stories of these organic farmers. So I'll share few of them with you. Sir, next slide, please. So as we all know that climate change has very severe impact on our planet. Like temperature is always fluctuating, wide shifts in the temperature, weather systems, and events like droughts, hurricanes, floods, and so many intense and severe things are happening in climate. So these extreme weather conditions are having a very severe impact on whole of our Earth. And what impact it is causing on environment as well as society at large. So all these climatic changes are severely affecting the food supplies, industry supplies, as well as livestock, and in general the life of people. And because of this drought, storm, heat waves, rising sea levels, melting glaciers, warming oceans, they are harming animal as well as destroying their natural habitats. So climate change is already having visible effect on the world. The earth is warming and the rainfall patterns are changing and the sea levels are rising. So in such conditions, we all know that how farmers are suffering, and because of farmers suffering, everyone is suffering. The food availability is also sometimes it's hampered a lot. So we know sometimes crops like onion, they are scarce, and sometimes they become too much. So in that fluctuation, farmers are suffering a lot. They sometimes get no value for their products, and at the same time, customers, the consumers, they don't get the produce at all, or sometimes they have to pay a lot of money for that. So why these things are happening? The main cause is variety and fluctuation in the weather. Next slide, please. So, because of this impact, the natural biodiversity of our Earth is also hampered. So, marine life as well as terrestrial life, fresh life ecosystems around the world are hampering, and it causes loss of local species. And that's why diseases are increasing, and mass mortality as well as plants and animals are like they are getting destructed, resulting in climate driven extinction. Major causes of climate change are burning of fossil fuel. We all know that so much of fuel we required for human sustenance and survival. So a lot of vehicles are there, and so much means industry and everybody requires fuel. So that's why, and then cutting down of forests is hampering the natural climatic circle. Like because of forest cutting, rainfall is getting short, and it is hampering again on the livelihood and everything on human being as well as animal. These are major causes of climate change, and enormous amount of greenhouse gases are increasing, and the atmosphere in general is getting polluted, and it is adding to the global warming. Now also we can see the shift in the monsoon pattern. Sometimes a lot of drought prone pattern is there. Sometimes due to scarcity of water, people are not having enough water, potable water also. So forget about agriculture. So then everyone is thinking at their end what to do. So then conventional agriculture is facing lots of problem, and because of chemical farming, using of fertilizers and gene-based seeds, everyone knows that it is causing problems for human health as well. That's why few people are there who are consistently trying to develop organic farming and see what changes and how they can survive by using organic farming. So protecting biodiversity is the best defense. That's what now experts have come to the conclusion, that whatever land and whatever climatic resources we have, that is water, soil, and all the biomass and whatever forest is left. So how to use those resources and stick to the natural way of farming, and not to use inorganic material as long as possible. So here in Maharashtra, there are a lot of groups, and there are very good people who are also teaching this organic farming. They means they are themselves like scientists, and they are actually living in the field for 30-40 years now. They are living, people like Rajendra Bhattji. So that Bhatt Kaka is living there, and he is taking classes as well as while doing the agriculture. So a lot of people are getting benefited due to his teachings, and through YouTube and through WhatsApp, people along throughout Maharashtra as well as throughout India are connected with him, and he gives all kind of inputs to people. So these kind of protection of biodiversity can be a good response to climate change. So now, sir, next slide.
Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
So importance, just now, as I said, that importance of organic farming to fight the climate change, as weather is fluctuating a lot. Organic farmers can take into consideration a lot of important ground facts. Means they will respond to the weather as quickly as possible. Means sometimes the age-old pattern will not prove right. Means for years together, people are taking the same pattern of crop in the same month. So that is not going to work now. So what these organic farmers they do, because of the inputs they are getting from all their fellow organic farmers as well as from their teachers, they will respond quickly to the changing pattern of weather. And because of this data collection, the farmers carefully consider the factors like soil condition, availability of water supply, weather condition, pest management, and how the market is responding to some products. So they will do intercropping as well as so many small changes. And because of that, they are successfully fighting these changes. On these changes, we don't have any control, but how we can respond to those changes, that is in our hand. So that they are doing very cleverly. And these farmers are properly trained and for a natural way of farming, and hence they are confident about their innovative farming techniques learned from their dedicated teachers. So next slide. So, because of their inputs from their teachers, they believe in using all these natural stuffs like cow dung, desi, that to desi cow, and then Jivamrut. If you people are connected with farming, you may be knowing how Jivamrut is made. It is a mixture of desi cow dung with some herbs and other facts. There is a very good process for there, and all these crops are really getting amrut from this kind of liquid, so it is called as jivamrut. And dashparni ark and neem ark and all this biomass available in their own farm. So these kind of boosters, they are crop boosters as well as plant boosters. And because of that, the farmers are like, they don't have to depend on the inorganic stuff, fertilizers or anything, and they can do it from the available resources in their own farms. So organic farmers are also expert in micromanagement of their farmland. They know how to follow methods of intercropping and for better yield and pest control. So some crops are sometimes act as a pest control for another crop. So these minute details, like all this entomology, the farmers are getting expert, which crop gets which type of pests and how to control them. So that type of things they are learning for last 10 to 15 years. So in this way, by enhancing the soil health and by optimum utilization of available resources, they succeed in doing the sustainable organic farming and confidently facing the challenges of climate change. Next slide, sir. So naturally sustainable agriculture, it is the objective is to face the climate change by pursuing toxin-free and organic form of sustainable agriculture. And how they are doing this? By mobilizing families, especially women entrepreneurs, in preparing value-added products from organic farming. And when they do this with a holistic perspective, they help all the stakeholders, meaning that as I said, if sometimes some crop, suppose tomatoes or onion, they come in a huge quantity, and the value they are not getting for it because abundant of crop is there in the market suddenly. So organic farmers try to avoid such kind of cropping patterns. What they do is they divide their land such a way that they will at a time take 10 to 15 crops by very smartly managing their available resources. And because of that, if any particular crop is not getting good yield, then another crop will be there. So in this way, they can be sustainable, and they get at least some amount of money to survive on. So that is the technique. And how they are doing it with holistic perspective, meaning that they get the involvement of everyone in the house as well as the customers in the group. So, there are few groups in Pune who are directly connected with the farmers, and the whole system is like that. When there is a produce, people get automatically informed that what produce they will bring on this day. So there are a few days marketed, and on those days particular, people gather at one place, and these farmers will come with their produce, and directly the customers will get the produce from the farmers. So that is holistic approach. And the benefits are abundant benefits. Several benefits are there of this natural agriculture, especially health benefits, because as we know that because of contaminated and toxins product, our health is getting damaged. Everyone knows that kidney issues and several other issues like this is means time will not be enough to if we start discussing the health problems that is arising from toxic food intake. Because of organic type of farming, even people are getting benefited. That's why farmers as well as consumers and the society at large. So a tremendous positive impact on the all concerned people, and they are leading a toxin-free and happy life. Sir, next slide. As I said, that benefits are lots of benefits are there. Healthy, nutritious food everyone is getting, and when these farmers are doing this kind of farming, they are also getting benefited because there are lots of stories. I have included a few in the last part of this presentation. That few farmers, like when we discuss with them, they have given their biographies like in once upon a time when they used to pursue a normal type of agriculture, chemical type of agriculture, they had so many several problems facing in their families. They had to always rush to the hospital. Somebody used to be always sick because they were handling all these chemicals and fertilizers in their home, and everyone used to get affected because of that. But when they despite of all this usage, they never used to get a good yield, and something or the other used to go wrong, and again they are at the losers end. So when they started doing this, first they faced so many difficulties because the soil was very bad, but they means they kept the hope, good hope, and they took the inputs from their teachers, and they converted their farmland into a good land. For 2 3 years they took this effort, and because of that now they are facing the good fruits of their toil, and now they are realizing that how they are getting benefited. So they are again going back to traditional practices, and they exchange the traditional know-how with one another, and local variety of seeds are exchanged and they are protected, and innovative agro techniques, if something, some pest is there, how to face the problems arising due to that pest. If some region, some part of the region is not having good rain, then what crops to take. And because of this change in climate, there are so many different type of pests are also coming, as well as in same district, few parts are getting good rain and few parts are not getting rain at all. So in this kind of thing, a quick alternative they will get from the group, and they will get the inputs from the group, and accordingly they will act. So, as I said, there are several benefits, and customers are also getting pure and guaranteed products, and they are getting value for their money. Next slide, sir. So as the benefit continues, that value-added products, and they are good in test. So myself being the beneficiary of this group, and I'm the admin, one of the admins also. We have kept a close look at the test, and now we have literally stopped buying fruits from the common market like general market, and we are getting all foods, oil, fruits, vegetables, even value-added products, everything from this group itself. So all our needs, daily needs are taken care of, and we communicate with all the customers who are involved in this group. So everyone gives their feedback, and it is a very a live community, and it's very organic type of community, and everyone discusses the problem. If sometimes some crop goes wrong, if something is bad, then everyone will help each other, and they will like candidly accept what has gone wrong. And if some fruit is not good, sometimes they will exchange it. So that kind of bonding, which is normally not seen in the market. When we buy something from a normal shop, or even from the vendor, he is not going to return the thing for us, or he will not replace it. But here in this group, as it has become a family unit, so everyone trusts each other, and no one tries to cheat any other. And we are really testing the good benefits of this, and especially about the millet, as this is a international millet year. United Nations has also declared that. Even our government is also supporting this. So we are getting a very good source of millet from this group. So all authentic millets we are getting, like from Chhattisgarh. People are means sending these millets, and here are their fellow friends are here, and they will connect all these farmers, and we are getting a lot of millets, as well as millets value added products. And families of all these farmers, especially women, they get these value added products, and they are getting good entrepreneurship, and they are getting good feedback from the customers. So they are also happy, because they are getting money as well as satisfaction for their products. So next slide. So because of this positive response from the customers, farmers get motivation, encouragement, as well as the ecology and environment of that region also get enriched. So there are farmers who have kept the list of biodiversity in their area, and they have observed that the butterflies have increased, the birds have increased, the variety of agriculture is means seeds are there, and agricultural biodiversity is increasing. And women who are interested in traditional recipes, they are rediscovering these traditional recipes, and they will make them, and then they will post the photos in the group, and then people will order it, and then people are also getting taste of the traditional recipes. And because of this, the whole life pattern is changing. Means people are reusing the old type of utensils, which are now discarded from this modern lifestyle. But then people are again going back, and they are using this brass and mitti and all these utensils again. And they are sharing the cleaning experience also, how to handle, and the slow cooking ways, and all these kind of things. So this group is like a creative sea. Means everyone is contributing from their own side, either be customers or be the farmers. And seed bank is also increasing. Suppose if we buy any red pumpkin, we will keep the seeds aside. We buy watermelon or any kind of melons, then whatever seeds we have, we will keep them, we will preserve those seeds, and we will hand over them back to the farmers. So in this way we are increasing our gene bank as well. So next slide. So, what types of value-added products we are making? Like means our farmer dadas are making. So, all the types of milk products, because they have their desi cows are there, and all variety of milk products are there. Millet products are there. Vegetable products are there. Fruit-based products are there, and naturally filtered oils are there. Sir, next slide. Then few enthusiastic bakers are there in the group. So they are baking bakery products. There is one wheat called khapli, we call it in Marathi. So khapli gahu, it is a type of wheat which used to be there few centuries ago, few years ago. But now farmers in general market have stopped producing that wheat. That wheat has less gluten in it, and very enriching nutrients. So this is a very tasty kind of gehu variety. So that kind of gehu bakery products are being made. Then seasonal products like mango, amla candy, mango pulp, jams, and several varieties of achars, and this tamarind, so many lot of varieties of tamarind, and gulkand that is made of desi gulab, and a variety of forest food is there, which is available in rainy seasons. Some few vegetables are available only in rainy season. So like that, and the eastern part of Maharashtra, it is Gadchiroli, Vidarbha. That there is one tree is there. Those Adivasi people eat that laddus. It is called moho. So those laddus are very healthy. So they are preparing those and they are sending to the group. And even medicinal and Ayurvedic products like Chavanprash, Shatavari Kalpa, hair oil, hair wash, joint pain oils, Danta Manjan. For every chemical product, people are now trying to substitute them and trying to find out something innovative and natural product. Like people are now saying that don't use paste also, toothpaste also, and going back to Dantamanjan, and they will transparently share their recipes of making Dantamanjan. Even the videos will be shared, and what ingredients are there in their Dantamanjan, in their hair wash. So everything is shared openly here, and then people will decide, and then people will buy. And once the customer give their feedback, then other people are also getting motivated, and then they will buy it. So the effort goes increasing. And agro-based product, as I said, Jivamrut, Gomai fertilizers, Gomai Dhok, means all these products made out of cow dung will be are available on the group, and they are used in the farms. The next slide, sir. So, what is the group mission and philosophy? The person who started this, Dr. Pratibha Kolte, she is an astrophysicist herself, and when she faced lot of several problems due to chemical based food, then her family was suffering. Then she gave up her all regular work, and she devoted herself to find out what are the causes. When she found that all these chemical things are hampering her health and her family's health, then she devoted herself to natural farming. And then slowly, in last 7 years, slowly people are getting added, and organic farmers otherwise were not encouraged. They were not getting good results. They were not getting assured markets. So all these problems are one by one they are sorted out. And our group's main mission is commission free group. Like no commission is charged for the cow farmers to sell their products. Normally we know that any shop, if you keep your product, the producer has to pay some commission for the shopkeeper to sell the product. So in this group, no commission is there. All people like us, we are working totally voluntarily. Whenever we get the time, we give our own time there, and whatever work is there, we carry on that work. So like that, it is the group runs, and all the admins. And there are few geographical groups are made, because every Wednesday the farmers will give the delivery to that particular area, and every Sunday everyone will gather at one particular area is demarcated, and all the farmers will bring their produce on that Sunday market. And on Wednesday, people will get it at their society area. So in that way, there are several groups are made, subgroups are geographical, and all the admin teams coordinate these efforts. And as I said, transparency, trust, family kind of feeling is there in the group. And all the admins will try to conduct the meeting with the farmers regularly, and discuss their problems. And then if some new farmer want to join, then they will visit their farms, and complete check, and whether he is really using organic things and all that. And because of that, word to mouth publicity is happening, and people, the new farmers, they are like educated. Few are engineers, few are leaving their IT jobs, and they are joining their ancestral farmland, and they want to produce good things. Things are like changing like that, in this way. So next slide. So this is not a platform just for buying and selling. So normally we say that there are lot of bazaars are there, markets are there. For festival there are a lot of community markets. But in those markets, only thing is somebody is selling thing and somebody is buying thing. And once that activity is over, people go back and there is no bonding. But this group is different, that we are always connected, means through WhatsApp everyone is connected and all the admins will always be connected with one each other. And if new customers are also joining in the group, they will be completely made aware of the mission of the group. And this, anyone cannot come and randomly sell their product. Only after complete check of those products, then only those farmers will be admitted to the group. And everyone stick to these complete rules, and no one tries to go away, means go away from this mission. So that's why, as far as possible, we try to make it very uh, loving and affectionate kind of atmosphere we maintain here. And any problems are there, they are discussed openly. So even if there is a problem, any farmers are not trying to hide those problems, and they will come forward and discuss it completely. And if somebody says that, and Google form is there, so everyone will be putting the Google form first, and the people will order. There are few products which are ordered previously, or sometimes first come first serve basis also. Their product are available. According to the availability of the product, the farmer will decide if he is taking prior order or he is selling online immediately, means on the field. So like that. So this group has faced lot of issues, like any human group faces. But because of this trust on the organic and natural thing, and trust with each other, the group has survived all these obstacles. And everyone is nature loving and society oriented, like they feel that we are committed to the society. So everyone takes their bit of responsibility. So that is the beauty of this whole effort. Sir, next slide, please. So as I said, the methodology is through the WhatsApp group, member joins, whether he is customer or a client newly added. So they join it through word of mouth to the group. And before joining, they are made aware of all these conditions, terms and conditions of the group, and that it is not a market or something like that. It's not just a selling platform. So everyone gets aware about this group. And now, because of word to mouth, people are knowing, and even farmers are getting connected. Sir, next slide. And no bargaining. One more thing is that no bargaining here. So for one complete year, the admins will decide by checking the ground facts and their how much they have to spend. The farmers have to spend. They transparently they will tell everything, and then the price is fixed for all the subjects. Like suppose for vegetables, 100 rupees kg is a normal price, and something happens that a slight marginal change will be there. But when there was a tomato crisis recently in Maharashtra, so that time the prices went so up, like 150 rupees kg and all. So that time also in our group, the product was sold at 100 rupees kgs only. And when the normal market prices went directly from 150 rupees to 10 rupees, that time also our group was selling it at 100 rupees only. Because of that maintenance of quality, there is no compromise in the production at all. So that is a very good practice, that no one will bargain. Normally, people have the habit of bargaining with the farmers, like give it for the less price, So we always value the product. So everyone is clear that the farmer has toiled so hard, and for reaching on that particular day also, he has to travel for 2 hours from some of his place by taking his tempo and taking all his product. And for that, he has to previous day he has to work hard to do the harvest, and so everyone is aware of all these processes. Normally, it doesn't happen, because in city, no one knows. 90% 90% of people never know that from where that produce is coming. But here in this community, everyone is aware, and sometimes there are visits also organized for everyone. So people go to their farms and they will spend some time there, they will contribute and then they will make the lunch and everything. So because of that, no one tries to reduce or bargain the product price at all. So that trust is there with farmer, and they are relaxed that my produce is going to get this required amount of money, and that's why we get the quality product. So that trust is there. That is the basic methodology, and it is like a family type of atmosphere. Sir, next slide, please. So now we will come to the success stories of this whole effort. So, as I said, that Pratibha Tai, she has started this group, and hence, because of her commitment, her own commitment, she is so committed that she personally went to all the farmers and tried to, if sometimes some produce is too much, then what to do? Then she started making the value-added product herself. Then she gave the training to a lot of people. And then because of her, lot of people came forward, and then they started giving training to all the family members of this organic product people. And then people slowly now are doing a lot of value added products also, as well as this actual product also. And there are like more than 50 farmers who are now directly connected with this our group, and they are increasing day by day. Means every time, every month, we have some new farmer. And when we see a farmer in our group, before that, background check is done, and at least 2-3 months of previous study is done on his farm. Then only he is added. So, sir, next slide. So these are few names of all these dadas. They are just an example. I have just here mentioned that how many people are there, and there are, as I said, there are like highly educated people also there, and they are very basic educated. So education is no hindrance for our dadas, our thais who are farmers. There are Ayurvedic doctors who are doing farming as a like hobby and just to maintain their traditional land. There are engineers who have given up their IT jobs and now turned to this profession. And because of all this variety of people, we are getting a lot of experiences also, and experiences are shared, and there, so everyone in the group has this feeling that Annadata people means like farmers are our Annadata. Money is not like the only currency. Like we are getting good products because these farmers are committed to their job, and that's why we call them Annadata. Sir, next slide. So, as now you must be getting this idea that what is holistic approach. Like because of this rural and urban connect, the real essence of social entrepreneurship has come up, and there is a equality and due respect for each other. So, organic, natural, friendly farmers have formed their group, like this our group, Healthy Food Bank. And similarly, despite of our group, there are few other groups are also coming. Means our motto itself is that we don't want to own this thing more. We want to make it a movement. So who is not near to us, they are taking this inspiration, and they are forming of these kind of groups in their own areas. So we are very happy to give them these all inputs and give them the guidance. And so because of this win-win situation, this movement is increasing. So this connect, social connect, this is real social entrepreneurship, and that's why because of this connect, this has become sustainable. So as I said that social connect is sustainability, and rural-urban divide is unsustainability. As we know that when we buy anything from the directly from the shop, we never know who has produced it, and there is disconnect. So we don't even value those products when we buy. We think that money itself is big thing. So actually, money is not the only big thing. When we used to work in the field, also when I used to travel for holistic approach research, then we used to see that in villages, people are selling milk, for example. They are selling entire milk produce of their cow because they want more money, but they are not consuming that milk for their own children. So that is very heartening part, and I used to feel very sad about it because they are not getting benefited by their own product. Why? Because they are entirely connected for the money sake, and that is the only connection with the city. Means, that divides rural and urban as different satellites together, and as if rural areas are only supplier for the urban areas and urban areas are only paying the money. So that's why it is unsustainable, and that's why there is a divide. But because of this sustainable and holistic approach, when people are connected, we also know their pain and they also know our problems. So everyone tries to be on a human platform. And milk, fruits, poultry products, etc., they are like they don't have a long shelf life. So that's why sometimes farmers have to sell it at the basic price. But then when they are getting empowerment from groups like us, so they know that how to convert those products for more shelf life. And now they also understand their health is equally important. So we try to put this input to them that you have to make your family healthy as well. And now they have understood this, and that satellite feeling has gone. And now because of that unsustainability, that divide is there. But we have been able to make it more sustainable, and that divide, at least for our own members, the divide is no more there. Sir, next slide, sir. 21, slide number 21.
Yeah, this is 21.
Yeah. So this is the holistic approach I was discussing, that farmer and customer direct contact is there. Before this movement has started, I never remember that I knew any farmer and what he is toiling in his farm, that I am eating, that I never knew. No one knows. We just go to the shop and buy the things, and that is the normal practice for last after our independence. When previously in the villages, people always knew that from where the source is coming, so that commitment is there. And that's why farmer also knows that whatever now I am producing and selling, if that person is getting good results, then only he is getting back that satisfaction. If sometimes so that's why he is so committed that he is never going to do any wrong. He is never going to put any chemicals or any harmful things in his farm. So because of that, holistic and sustainable approach has come, and city people also has developed the awareness. And that people are normally in the city, they have a bit of arrogant and bit of having that sense of greaterness because we are educated. So that thing actually hardens. So now that thing is not at all there in our that ego is not there, that money centric, we are rich, that kind of means arrogance is there. So that because of that, this holistic approach has become sustainable. So next slide, sir. So
Yeah,
why I say that new dimensions of family-based entrepreneurship, as I said that because of this organic farming, whole farmers community, all of their family members are so involved in this process. And now they are making so many new products. As these are all Marathi names, I have purposely not translated them because you may be also knowing that Natsni Ladu, Dokra, Suroi Vadi, Gulab Jam, Shrikhand, Basundi, Gahu Cheek, that is a form of Gehu product. And then all these dry items like papad and kurdai, shevai, dokra, amboli, everything they are being made. And this gives them additional market for this farmers. And now people from the group also, what they do, they will buy and they will give as gift, or somebody books order from to their friends, or even sending it abroad. And when people taste such kind of quality product, they're automatically like they are repeat customers. So next
yeah,
slide.
yes,
20.
yes.
So all this now you are getting this idea that we are in a line with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, like social, economic, and environmental sustainability is there to balance the economic and social and ecological dimensions as well. And these are not drivers. We are not just doing just we are not doing the lip service. We are facing all this on the ground level. We are seeing the problems and we are trying to find out the solution. And so this has become a happy type of thing. It has not just stayed in the black and white, and they are not just the words. So we are really meeting the sustainable development goals, and we are becoming local to global and vocal to local. That's why I wanted to make this presentation with you all, that I wanted to spread this motivation, and how we are trying to make these local product vocal. We are giving a voice to these local product. So 24 slide number. Now we are coming back to these photographs, as I said, field photographs. So this is kind of a low-key dudi bhopra. Normally we get that straight kind of thing these days in the market, but this is the original form of dudi bhopra. It's called shingi dudi bhopra. Shinga is the horn of a cow. It looks like that, and it is so soft. It looks very big, but it is so soft inside and very sweet in taste, and so lovely products are made out of it. People take juice also and make so many other products. So it is that's why I have showed this picture. And you can see on the right hand that their daughter, he is Santosh Gadade Dada. So his own daughter is working, and they are also happy. Like they are learning, they are getting the first hand experiences, and sometimes they come with their father to sell the products, and they are on the vehicle, and then all these members will give some gifts to these children, cow to them, some eating snacks, fruit, and something to drink. So everyone is taking care of one another. So next slide, sir. 25.
Yes.
uh, so so these are the seeds, as I mentioned. These are few seeds. One Dada had gone to this Andhra Pradesh, so he bought all these seeds from there, and he is showing all these pictures like lemon, papaya, banana, coconut oil. All this tulsi vanam named farm was there. So he has brought all this product from there. So, sir, next, sir, 26.
Yeah.
So these are the children of Santosh Mungse Dada. So we have personally visited him, and they are so cute. You can see them yourself. So they come to this market, our Sunday market also. So they are so happy that they're getting so much of love and affection from all the members. So these right hand side, you can see these pedas. They are made of desi cow ghee, cow khawa and good. So normally we get sugar in the pedas, but these pedas are made of good, and they got such a huge response this time because tomorrow there is Ganesh Chaturthi. So people have booked so many orders. He is not finding time to make them. So that kind of response he's getting. The next slide. So, as I said, because of the social commitment, we were thinking what to do with the Ganeshas. So, these are the Gomay Ganesha. This time he has introduced these Gomay Ganesha. They are made of cow dung and all these natural products. So, they can resurgence be done in the field itself, and it can be reused. So, he is getting good response to this kind of sustainable practices also. So, this is a Gomay Ganesh. So, next slide, sir. So, as I said, family involvement. This is the grandpa of one of our farmer members. So he himself is engaged. So we know farmers' family are always working. They have to work. But here in city, when we are disconnected, we never know how many people have toiled in the farm. But because of this group, we get every day the farmers will post the videos of some crop, videos of some processes they are doing, videos of some dishes they are preparing. So we know while eating this that who have worked for this, who has done the effort. The next slide. So this is one of our farmer from Konkan. It is called Madhur Agro Farm, Gadre Dada. They are very highly educated. All of them are doctors, but they are so down to earth that the original person, the grandfather, Mr. Gadre, so he has done all these organic practices, started in his farm, and now everyone is following, all his family members. So you can see all these value-added products. These modaks are made here in the right-hand corner. That is the curcumin haldi. Then ananas is there, then mangoes, and this fanas jackfruit is there, and that aura supari, and its desi cow field is shown there. So all these cattle are there. So we come to know all this from our group members. And so next slide. So this is Monarch Agro. So it is in Ahmednagar district in Pune, near Pune. So he is producing all these chickus and variety of other fruits. His lemons are super quality, so best lemons we never get in market. So we are getting here directly from him. And you can see the cotton bags he uses. He avoids plastic, and he will use all these cotton bags. So while taking also, we feel that such a relief, and no guilt is there that we are wasting plastic and landfilling it, and we will reuse them, and sometimes we give them back. So all this end to end thing we try to take care. So next slide. Huh. So these are Anandi Kulkarni Tai. So she is making all this. She is also a organic farmer. When she saw that some produces are more, so she tried to use all these gram products, laddus, and anas, all the Diwali farar. So all these dry as well as wet snacks are sold in the group. So this, you can see this is a Arvi plant, and this Thai, she is a Vaidya herself, BMS doctor, very aged lady, but so passionate about working. So she brings all these products. She makes all this kapli gahu, as I said, this gehu, different gehu, and all these noodles are there. She also makes jawar ka noodles, and this khandvi we call, that is made from local wheat variety. So next slide. So this is a A2 milk kharvas variety of vegetables are there. This is a chandan batwa. It is a type of forest vegetable, and it is available only in rainy season. So very very Ayurvedic and very healthy sabji. So that picture I have made. So next slide. So this is Gulkand, and we don't have to buy it from the shop because everyone knows the good results of Gulkand and what are the benefits, health benefits. So this is the Gulkand from Arunatai's this previous slide. That was a Gulkand. This is the next slide. So these are variety of products, like people use different gehu and kohla. They in South India they use kohla. I think I don't know the name for this kind of cucumber variety or a pumpkin variety. So these products are made out of that. So next slide. This is Gulkand, as I mentioned, it's very healthy. And this is Cerbenia grandiflora, we called Hadga here. So it is from Fabaceae family. So normally people don't get these things, but in our group it is available. And people are making all this aloo type vadi out of that. So this is a rice variety available in with Madhur Agro. So that is called as royal rice. It looks black and very aromatic rice is there. So this left hand side is Kaveri Basmati, and this the right hand side is royal rice. So people are taking this produce, and then when they prepare the dishes, they will post it on the group. So this kind of end to end, as I said, feedback is there. So next slide. So these are the Kodo millet. Millets, our group is very passionate. So few people are making so many delicious varieties out of all these millets. This is right hand side is a very spicy bird eye chilies. We normally don't get in the market, but this one Dada is producing in his farm. Very, very spicy, but very little is enough. So next slide, sir. So this is a kind of forest food name as Punarnava. It is a Punarnava is a sabji. It is a vegetable. It is available in rainy season. So the snack is made out of that. So this kind of vegetable we normally don't get in the market. So next slide, sir. So these are the pictures by posted by the members, made out of the product of group. So these are all millet type of varieties and used, and everything is out of millet. No wheat or rice is there. Sir, next slide. So these are the pictures of, he is also doctor. सर पुढे गेलं 41 हा 41 ला जा.
This is
40.
part. This is part.
14, yes. So these are cookies, and this smoothie is made out of all the fruits available on the group. Sir, next slide. So he is Dr. Sunil Dada. He is also Vaidya. He himself is working in the farm. So on the way he is making all the farm process. So that is shared here. Next. This is the Anugrah Foundation. I want to say a few words about this foundation specifically, because these are specially gifted children, and this foundation is so socially committed that they have involved these children. They take all the produce from our group, and they get it produced from these children, and then all the group members are getting all the products from this foundation. So it is such a delightful thing to help this organization as well as use their quality product. So they make available all these instant flours, as well as all these cleaning products made out of soap nut and all. So we are getting benefited out of this. The next. So these are all feedbacks actually. These are in Marathi. I purposely kept this feedback. If few people you can read Marathi, you are welcome to read them, because they are so like touched all our farmer members, that they, when I told them that I have to present a presentation on all of our work, they wrote so much of their emotions about the group, that how they have benefited. So there are stories and stories, like I said, that initially when they were using the normal techniques of farming, how they used to suffer, and now how their lives have changed. So I'll just run through all these groups, and I'll explain how what they said. They are saying that this has become a family to us. Initially we were suffering, and now how they have meticulously explained how they are benefited. Sir, next slide. Sir. No. So all these are feedbacks. Next slide. So these are the feedback by one of our member, Ananditai, and she has herself shared her experience, that she was also organic farmer, and what type of difficulties those organic farmers are getting. She understood that, and that's why she started doing some value-added products, and then she also shared her experience with other farmers, and she helped them. So whenever she now brings her product on Sunday, so people are very happy. So initially she puts the list what product she is making, and then people give the order, and accordingly these products are available on the group. This Monarch Agro Farm that Bothe Dada, as I said, he has given all the details, how many trees he has, how many product he gets, and how he uses all his techniques, So that kind of transparency is there, and which is very rare. So this transparency is there. That's why we know what produce we are getting. So next slide. So these are the feedback from Anugrah Foundation, as I just said, that it is a social-based organization, and how people are like very happy to use their products also, and people feel that they are like they are doing some good work, and that's why these specially gifted children are also happy, and we are happy that we could help them, and they are taking all the raw materials from the group itself, from all the organic farmers themselves, and they have done this good work here. So next slide. This is Gadre Dada. He is a very 80 plus years old, very enthusiastic person. He started all this organic farming. Initially in Konkan, everyone used to do only inorganic farming, because as you know that Konkan hapus is a very rare kind of fruit, and it gets lot of like a very pricey food, but fruit. but there are so many difficulties in rearing this plant, and because of climate change, all the farmers suffer. Some year these farmers suffer heavily because suddenly it rains, suddenly there is drought, or suddenly there is heat wave. So this plant is very sensitive, and that's why when they do some kind of investment in these farms, people like so many people get suffered because of this climate change. But he has stuck to his mission, and he said, I'm not going to use any chemicals. And now because of his organic thing, he like he can transparently show everything, and people from our group have visited Devgad, his original place where his farm is there. So now everyone knows while eating. I want to share my own personal views about these mangoes. When mango season is there, normally people buy from the market. But when people buy from the market, few of us must have experienced that sometimes there is a stomach upset or something when you eat mangoes directly from the farm, and we never know why it happens. But it happens because of chemicals, because chemically ripening is done, and that's why there are so many problems. People get blisters, and a lot of things are there. But when we started using his products, organic product, or any of organic products from our group, so for last 2 seasons, we never faced any problems while eating mangoes, and even after consuming to our satisfaction, we were like very healthy, and touch wood, we never faced any kind of problem. So that I wanted to mention, because a crop like mango, which has so many fluctuations, that also we are getting a very standard and stable kind of product because of these organic efforts. So next slide.
Yeah, Madhav Gule.
Yes. So all these are like feedback goes on and on, and as this is one day's this thing, our group farmer who is a founder, she has written that, Pratibha, that how she feels while interacting with all these farmers. Only one day's feedback she has given on Sunday market, how she takes from it, and for each of members description she has given, that today what I got from this particular farmer, how it was. So this is very heartening. Like such kind of sharing makes the group more stronger, and everyone, even if somebody couldn't go that day, they get the glimpse of that day. So it is, I would say, it is like a journey in the time travel, because we used to hear from our grandparents that there used to be such a good relation in the village, and everyone used to have a one-to-one relation. So because of all these efforts, we are now experiencing this one-to-one relation with the farmers. So next slide, sir. So he is a Kiran Kotulkar Dada. He is in near Pune only, near Lonavala. So he is doing biodynamic farming. This is an additional step. As I said, they are learning from their dedicated teachers, and they are experimenting so much in their farming. So I wanted to share, it's not just making the products or selling the organic thing. People are becoming enthusiastic. They want to make experiences. Like so many experiments are being done, like we do in the lab. The same kind of experiments are taking place in the actual farms right now these days, and they are facing whatever facing problems they are facing, they are trying to improve them, and whatever outcome they have, they are sharing with us. So everyone at their individual level, they are now willing to do the best. So that is the outcome of our thing. Now she is Aruna Patil, as I said. They both of them are BMS doctors, Ayurvedic doctor. They run their clinic as well as they do organic. They have shared that why we have done this organic farming, because we are facing so many patients in our clinic that they are suffering from so many diseases, and 90% of those diseases are because of wrong intake or whatever food they are getting. People are losing hair there, so many things, eyesight problem, arthritis problem, so many stomach ache problems. So they came to the conclusion that in Ayurveda we said that our food itself is our medicine, and if that food itself is contaminated, we are going to face the problems anyhow. So that's why they went back to their land and they started doing the organic farming. And now, even after handling their clinic, they are doing this, and what efforts they are taking and what experiences. So people are so happy that even a BMS doctor, a Ayurvedic doctor himself is producing things. So we can be rest assured that we are getting best product. So that is the crux of this. So he's Samir Vagole Dada. He left his IT job. He was working in Mahindra here in Tech Mahindra in Pune. And when he, in Corona and before that also, when he started realizing the importance of agriculture, he went back and for a few days he worked there. Then he realized unless he leaves there, he is not going to sustain. So he finally gave up his job and whole the family reversely migrated. They shifted back and now they are running a agro-tourism business as well as organic farming. So there when you go, and luckily his farm is very close to Pune, so everyone can get this experience. So one day trip one can go and see actually his 10 acres land, how he is doing experiments, and around 65 crops he has taken so far. So that biodiversity increase, the stream has become very nice, and pure water he is getting, and how he is doing all these things. So many things. And when rice plantation is there, he conducts one day trip to rice plantation when people don't know, children don't know how paddy fields are planted. So people get experience. When there are forest food, he organizes forest food festivals. Then we can go and one day trip is there. So accordingly, he is keeping this farm interactive thing like any other interactive business. So he has made this very interactive thing. So we can go and experience the farm processes as well as play with his cattle. So that is very good thing. The next. So thank you so much. And if you have any discussion, it is open.
Right. Members, thanks, madam. Thanks for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
really
Thank you.
thanks. Thank you.
Any members want to have any questions?
Can
Yeah.
I,
Hello.
sir?
Yeah, Raghu sir, please. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This
Hello.
is a very detailed presentation and a very big case study she has presented based on the long-standing experience and work in the field. And I thought it is primarily linking with the climate change and organic farming, but this is more than climate changing. You focused on your experience in the field of organic farming, connected with the farmers group formation, value addition, and finally ended up with the health related thing. This was a quite good presentation. But as far as the climate change linkage, there are many things are connected with. But I am looking this from the organic farming aspects. These type of field level model should come all over India. And I'm working with millets at this point of time in Kerala in promoting millet as part of the international year. And I wanted to share with you that there is a person called the Millet Man of India.
Yeah. Khadrawali. Dr.
Otherwise, so he
Yeah.
is also doing the similar experiment with these
Yeah.
5 millets, major millets and minor
Yeah.
millets. He has
Right.
identified 5 millets, and he's
Right.
doing this experiment. Actually, he's treating people with these millets.
Right, sir. Yeah, I have seen his videos.
Yeah. We are also trying to promote the cultivation of millets because Kerala is very poor in cultivating millets. We don't have that much except ragi in certain places. Other millets are not very common. We are
Right.
trying to promote this. So your presentation, I have no question to you, but it is really a learning things. This is and updating my knowledge also.
Thank you, sir.
It is so wonderful. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you.
Thanks, madam.
Thank you, sir.
But I think some of the people have said that they want to have your phone number.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
Sir will share.
to them.
Shall I tell
And,
you or what? Sir will share?
Yeah, you can tell that so that I will type it in the chat box, or you yourself can type in the chat box. That will be easier. And
1 second, sir.
okay, another thing,
Yeah.
the entire presentation is in English only.
Yeah.
She want to. Some of the members have said that Hindi, so that I said she want to share the exact words which the members have given, so that it was in Hindi. The entire presentation was in English only. I think.
Yeah, but sir, everyone is not from Maharashtra. I would have been very happy to share. Like
Right.
there are so many heartening feedbacks, but I couldn't share them.
Yes, I fully understand, madam. Really, it was a wonderful one. Apart from climate change, as Raghu sir said, you have shared your experiences, practical experiences, and how people are experiencing organic farming and what are the difficulties they are facing.
Yes,
That you also explained. Actually, that was a very insight experience. Really, thanks for your effort, madam. On behalf of TechStep and on behalf of Deepakji and all Raghuji and all our CSO members, we wholeheartedly thank your effort, madam. It
Yeah,
was
thank
very
you,
good.
Thank you, sir. I have
Thank
shared my number, sir, and if anything
Right.
is there, we can do the part 2 also. If
Right.
query.
I have also given the feedback link in the format.
Right.
So anybody who, I request the members to give the feedback in the Google form. That will be easier.
Yes, sir.
Madam, it's a wonderful presentation, madam. Thank you
you,
very
sir.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, learning many experience, knowledge in natural agriculture and others, madam.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Krishnamurthy sir, நாங்க வந்து இந்த presentation எல்லாருக்கும் அனுப்புவோம்.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Very good presentation, sir.
Right. Okay, but practical experience, we will share this presentation to all the people who have participated in the meeting.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.